Hey everybody, we're back, and so is my voice. Time for racing mower update number 15. So here's the racing mower frame all ground down, wire brushed down. I couldn't get to some of the inner little nooks and crannies like those spots in there, but I knocked all the welds down on basically everything that I wanted to look like one piece. So now it's kind of pretty sweet looking. I patched all the little holes with any welds. Wire brushed the whole frame, tried to get as much rust off as I can. I know a lot of people are asking whether or not I was going to have this sandblasted, and the answer is yes, I am going to have this sandblasted, but not until it's going to be painted. So you can see these seat and exhaust mounting brackets have been cut off the seat support, and that's because, like last week, I told you guys I was going to get a new seat because this one is basically hard metal, unpadded. I do like it, but I saw this one and thought it was pretty cool. You get these from Tractor Supply. This one was $45. But I'll tell you one thing, if you're buying one of these seats, be sure to open the package and check the fabric, or whatever you call this. It's like a thin naga hide, I guess. Make sure it doesn't have any holes in it, because I had to search a couple Tractor Supplies before I found one without holes. But it just mounts with a standard pattern on the bottom. It's a pretty nice seat, and I think it'll look good on the racing mower. A little bit of padding. I know it sucks that I keep changing everything last minute, but you know, it's a seat. I'm going to be sitting on it. Everyone's going to be sitting on it. I want it to be comfortable. So better now than after it's all painted and done and I realize that I don't like the original seat. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. I got to build a whole new way to bolt the seat on since it's completely different than the old seat. But I don't think that'll take very much effort. And then actually I have to reroute the exhaust a little bit because the way the exhaust was is it came really close to the seat. And now that I have that naga hide rubber on the seat, or whatever you want to call it, I don't want that shit to melt because that would just really ruin my day. So I think the way to mount this awesome new seat is going to be kind of a similar fashion we did the old one, with a piece of steel going across there. But since it's such a much larger seat, I kind of want a bigger surface area. So I borrowed this piece of steel from a buddy of mine, Jake, who had it here for a project, and you know, any piece of metal in my garage is not safe, so sorry, Jake. But yeah, we're going to use this to mount the seat. I'm going to weld it in, drill a hole, and we should have sufficient room to run the bolts up through either hole. I don't know, I think it looks pretty cool. What do you guys think of the new seat? So I put the engine back on the frame along with the torque converter, or at least the driven and backing plate of the torque converter. Got the exhaust on there too, and the nut guard. And I just got these things on here because they are kind of what I have to work around with the exhaust. And you can see where the exhaust sits. It's about an inch away from the bottom of that fabric on the seat, which this would heat up and probably melt this. So I kind of want to avoid that. So we're going to make a cut on this exhaust somewhere in here and arc it down and bring it out the back at a lower point. Right, we got the seat off, and now I think we're going to make a cut pretty much where I did that weld, and weld in another elbow to kind of turn this down, and then we'll flip this piece up and then shoot it right straight out the back. It's like deja vu, folks. So it's pretty much done. It's not much different than it was before. We just added that little piece right there, but that should still work nicely. So with the seat on there, you can see there's a lot more room. Sweet. Just a little mock-up, just so you can kind of see where this is going. So one step forward, two steps back, but we got the new seat on there, and I think that'll be a way more comfortable seat, so that's pretty cool. I'm glad we got that on there. And you got the exhaust hall figured out. That's pretty cool. I'm pretty much going to call it a night tonight. I didn't get my big box of BMI cart parts that I was hoping for in the mail. I got some other parts from eBay vendors, but nothing I really is going to help me a lot. So until I get that box from BMI, I'm kind of screwed. But I should be getting that this week. And next week we'll do pretty much a full-blown reassembly of the whole thing. And I got to source a gas tank. I either got to find one, fix mine, or basically build a new one of some kind. But that's pretty much it for today. I'm going to call it a night. If you liked the video, please rate it as always. It helps me out a lot. Next week, reassembly. Be looking forward to that. We're going to get to see this thing almost completely put together. So that's going to be awesome. Stay tuned, you guys. See you later.